Are you a business owner or HR professional struggling with time tracking? Do the hours spent on managing employee time feel endless? Here's a snippet at how HCM Technology helps give solutions to time tracking issues.
Punching out. So, according to a survey by Deloitte, around 47% of organizations struggle with integrating their HCM systems with other HR technologies. So if you think about it, that's half of businesses out there, right? That's crazy. And a report by Sierra Cedar revealed that only 34% of organizations have fully integrated their time and attendance systems with their payroll systems. That's only 1/3 of businesses, right? So here are some of the top challenges because they're all very, very manual processes. So number one is just downloading and uploading reports. The title really says it all. I don't really need to elaborate on this, but I like to just do some simple math. So a lot of people we speak with, they say this is easy. It doesn't take a lot of time. So we ask, how long does it take? They say, maybe around 15 minutes. So let's assume you're on a bi-weekly pay period. So that's every 2 weeks. If you take 15 minutes times 26 paychecks, that's 390 minutes a year. That's almost 7 hours a year downloading and uploading reports. That's 1 day of work doing irrelevant, mundane tasks, right? So how does HCM help with this? Right, it's all intelligently connected to payroll. No need to download and upload reports anymore. Everything recorded in your time and attendance will flow over into payroll, including all your overtime tracking. Right. Second challenge is labor allocations. So just a few examples, like if you're in the hospitality industry, you might have employees who might be in the cleaning staff and the kitchen staff. So how do they clock in and out? Are they manually doing this? Are their managers actually manually tracking this? Attorneys, property management, you need to allocate hours to their clients. So are you manually tracking this on spreadsheets as well? If we have anyone that's in nonprofits, you need to allocate hours to specific grants and funding sources. And if you're a company out there with multiple entities or multiple EINs, and you have the same employees working for different EINs, how are you tracking their hours, right? So a few ways that HCM can help with this, your employees can choose from different jobs with different pay rates. So just an example, you can have an employee clock in at 6 a.m. as a cleaning staff and then clock out at 10 a.m. They could clock back in at 10 a.m. if they're now working under the kitchen staff, and they could clock out at 2 p.m. And then the time tracking system can apply the right labor allocations, so you don't have to manually track this on spreadsheets. It helps with your year-end filing as well. Companies with multiple EINs, and you have employees working for different EINs, in your time tracking, you can have just like a drop-down box where the employee can pick which EIN to work for, and it'll apply the right pay rates. Okay. Number 3 is hardware issues, right? We know this because this is always a pain. So what if you have hardware and your internet goes out? I'm sure this has happened to most people who are on this webinar. So how are you tracking all your staff's time? Is your HR or your payroll team going to manually clock everyone in and change their time cards? How long will this take if you have a company of, let's say, 100 employees, right? It's very, very tedious work. So does your hardware offer any type of group punching? Is it important for you to have your employees clock in and out on the job site? So many companies out there, they allow their employees to clock in with their cell phones, but how do they know they're not clocking in at Starbucks or McDonald's, something like that? So a few of the key features for HCM, there's multiple ways of clocking in and out. So it's hardware, software. So software is like iPhones, computers, your cell phone, all this info will save directly to the cloud. So all your punches will be saved even if it's not connected to the internet. So once the internet's back up and running, all the punches will be recorded. A feature that's very popular now is geofencing. So you could put a fence around a certain perimeter, only allowing your employees to punch in and around that perimeter if they're on a cell phone or iPad. So if you have drivers, if you have multiple locations, if your employees go to different job sites, geofencing has been a very, very popular feature. And then group punching, right? This will allow your HR or your payroll team to punch everyone in and out at the same time without going one by one. And the fourth challenge that we come across a lot is tips calculations, right? If you're in the restaurant, hospitality, maybe the gaming industry, how are you calculating your tips pooling? So with HCM, tips pooling can be set up in numerous ways. Just to give you an example, maybe 80% goes to your servers, 10% goes to your bussers, 10% goes back to the kitchen staff. So we could set up in many different ways. Just have the technology do it instead of you trying to manually calculate it. So having an integrated time and attendance system ensures data accuracy by eliminating manual entry errors, streamlines processes, reduces admin costs, and accelerates payroll processing, right? Scalable and secure integrated systems simplify HR workflows. It empowers your employees with self-service capabilities and provides a clear audit trail for transparency and internal controls. It makes it a valuable investment for improved overall efficiency and effectiveness.
If you're striving to meet the growing demands of your workforce, then watch the Solving Today's Top HR Challenges with HCM Technology webinar. This webinar is a great resource on how HCM technology can be a great benefit to your business.